What's up everyone? In this video I'm going to be documenting the exact steps that I take to fix the P219A engine code on my 2014 Mustang GT. I have the car now for about 3 months. I had it for about 2.5 before the code started to show up. I gave it a scan and it came back as P219A, which is the main code that I'll be covering in this video. It is a bank 1 air to fuel ratio imbalance, but it also threw the code P0304, which is a cylinder 4 misfire. And that one made me a little bit concerned because I was not expecting it. But again, the car still ran fine and I wasn't really worried if I wasn't getting symptoms of anything, but it wasn't something I wanted to put off for too long. So I scanned it again a few days later and the cylinder 4 misfire actually went away completely on its own, which was kind of weird, but the P219A was still there. And so now today I scanned it and the P219A is still there like normal, but now it's starting to show some symptoms. As yesterday I filled up on gas. I had 180 miles on a full tank, whereas normally I get about 240 to 250 miles on a full tank. So I know now that something's wrong and I got to fix this. My first fix was just something cheap and easy. I decided to get some MAF cleaner just to spray down the MAF sensor and kind of do some preventative maintenance. Why not? Can't hurt it. Obviously that didn't really fix the problem. But now today I have some spark plugs that I'm going to put in. Here they are. It's just some Ford Motorcraft, nothing crazy, nothing special. It's just something that I knew would fit and something I knew would work. I don't need anything crazy on mine. So if the spark plugs aren't what solves the problem, I'm going to have to move on to maybe an O2 sensor, upstream O2 sensor, or like a vacuum leak, which I hope it's not one of those things, but we're just going to stick with what we can control right now, which is do some spark plugs, which I'm honestly excited about because it's the first actual mechanical thing in the engine that I have worked on. So I'm excited. Hopefully it goes smoothly. Shouldn't be too big of an issue. I'm not going to do any tutorials or anything on how to do it in this video. There's plenty of YouTube videos out there. And like I said, this is my first time. I also think spark plugs can't be a bad idea since my car is getting up to about 100,000 miles now. Spark plugs are always a good thing to replace around then. Right now, I'm just waiting for the engine to cool down. Once it's cool, I'm going to get in there and do the spark plugs, replace them all. Hopefully it goes smoothly. It should be just fine. And so yeah, once those are done, I will be back. All right, we are done after a couple of trips to AutoZone. It started raining, but we got it done. So it is time to start it up and hopefully it works. Here we go. Beautiful.
Too easy.
It actually is running pretty smooth. All right, so we plugged in the code reader and the code is still there stored. I can't seem to clear it on the code reader, so I'm just gonna drive it around and then hopefully the code will come back and then I can clear it, and then hopefully it won't come back from there. But if it's still there, then we will move on to further steps. So I'm gonna drive it around, see if it feels any different, and then be back. Honestly, it might be a little more responsive in the low end, but it could just be completely placebo. Let's take a look. Feels good to me. So we'll drive it around and see if the code comes back. And then if it does come back and stays back, then we'll have to move on to something else, but we will see. So we'll be back. Okay, we are back. It has at this point been just under 2 weeks since I've put the spark plugs in, and I've had no light come up on the dash, but when I scan it, it is still pending. So I'm hoping that it just needs some more drive cycles at operating temperature to actually clear the code. But at this point, I'm feeling like it's fixed and it just needs more time. I take a lot of short trips, so I don't know how much that has to do with it. I will continue to monitor and hope that it doesn't come up. But 2 weeks after, it does not come back up on the dash. So that's a good thing, and I'm hoping it was fixed. So I really didn't know how long this video was going to be going into it, fixing this code. I really just wanted to document everything that I was doing. So this could have been just an easy fix, but I enjoy doing it. So, and again, I really just want to document everything I do with this car. So yeah, if this is the end of the video, then that means that's what fixed it, was just some spark plugs. Again, I just wanted to document everything that I do. If anyone else happens to have the same problem with just the P219A code with no other codes to go along with it, aside from the cylinder 4 misfire that I had at the beginning that magically disappeared. So there's how I fixed it, just with some spark plugs. It was pretty simple fix. I enjoyed it though. It was a lot of fun. Me and my buddy did the spark plugs. So yeah, there it is. I hope you enjoyed or learned something, or this video helped if you have a Mustang with the same problem, same code. So yeah, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.